Hi. It's that time of the year when we all have an unending list of expectations of the finance minister. But I'll try and restrict myself to only those important expectations which I believe corroborate with the government's own intent and purpose declared in its fiscal policy. The first one is reduction in tax rates. So, way back in 2015, the finance minister had announced that the tax rates, corporate tax rates would be reduced from 30% to 25% over a 4-year period. We have seen in 2017 that it has been partially implemented, and now companies having a turnover of less than 50 crores are eligible for a reduced tax rate of 25%. Now, in this reduction, I have a few suggestions. Number one is that the corporate turnovers tend to fluctuate, and to make sure that we provide a stable tax regime, I think a 5-year period should be brought into the plan, that once a company is eligible for this preferential rate, then the same should continue for a period of 5 years. Second is that the same benefit should be extended to LLPs and firms to provide a level playing field. The third one is that foreign companies, the gap between the tax rate of foreign companies and Indian companies is widening, and therefore a similar reduction in the corporate tax rates may be contemplated. Over and above this, I think it'll be best if we can introduce a complete acceptance of a 25% rate for corporates across the board, in view of what is already happening in international jurisdictions like US and UK. The second part is on the Section 14A of the Income Tax Act, which provides for disallowance of all expenses incurred towards earning exempt income. Dividend income is also included as exempt income. Now, unfortunately, to my mind, dividend has already been subject to 2 layers of tax. One, corporate profits are subject to corporate tax. Thereafter, dividend distribution tax is levied at the time of distribution of the dividend. So now under Section 14A, when the entire expenses are disallowed, it means that there will be a third layer of tax imposed on the same income. This is rather unfair, and it would be interesting if the government can remove dividend income from other exempt incomes for purposes of Section 14A. This will also be in line with the recommendations of the Tax Simplification Committee, which was set up under R.V. Ishwar. Finally, it is a patent box regime. Under the patent box regime, royalties earned out of patents registered in India are eligible for a reduced tax rate of 10% of royalties. Now, some of the limitations of this regime are: A, the patent has to be registered in India. Does that mean that patents which are pending registration, applications have been made, are outside the purview of this beneficial tax regime? The way the Act stands now, yes, we need some clarifications on that. Second is that only patents are covered under this regime, and IPRs, copyrights, industrial designs, etc. are outside this regime. I think they should also be brought into this regime. The third is that there is no guideline for outsourcing of activities, and therefore even if a part of the research and development activity for developing a patent is outsourced, then the entire benefit of this regime will not be available to that patent. As we go along, I'll come up with more suggestions. Thank you.